to Josh from Alpha Nova here. I just wanted to come at you with a simple tutorial today on how to make a really simple melody in Mixcraft 6. So this could be used for anything trance, hardstyle, you got built-in dubstep, stuff like that. It's just a really easy thing that I like to do. What you're going to do first thing, in your instrument track, load it up. Just to add that, you can either double click or go into your sound, add set instrument clip there, and drag this all the way out to 9. That'll give you an 8-bar loop, which is generally what you want. For your patterns, 8 bars is a good length. Then you get started. The default instrument in Mixcraft is a piano. It's just the acoustic instrument's default. It's a really good sounding instrument. Okay, so first thing you want to do is decide on a scale to build your melody in. I'm going to pick B flat major. I really like that. It's got all natural notes, natural meaning not flat or sharp, except for B flat and E flat. So anything anything pretty much will sound good if it is natural. I find C is a good note to start on, and to build tension, you generally descend in your scale. So we go from C, let's go to B flat, G, and then let's go to A. Why not? And then so this is how it sounds. See, I do not like that A right there. Okay, so I like the F a lot more, just kind of builds better. And copy that over, but you don't want to make it the same, because if you make it the same, it's just going to become uninteresting and not changing. And so what you generally do is use the same bass notes, just change them around a little. So it's going to sound like this now. Let's actually bring that back up. And then, to add depth, especially with the piano, what you can do is just copy everything. Just highlight everything, press Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, and you won't see it, but you'll see the velocities have popped up here of the new notes. You can just drag it right down. And now when you play it back, it's going to sound a lot more full. So now you have your basic chord progression here. You got your bass notes going. So you want to build a melody on top of that. So generally, what you do, lots of times just starting with the actual bass note an octave up will do you well. I'm just going to try something simple here. Just an ascending. Yeah, so it goes up and goes down. That has a little bit of tension where it stays on the same kind of pattern, just reverse, which is what you want. There we go, so that's going to sound pretty good. I'll play it through once just so you can hear it. So that sounded pretty good, but you know, having it all quarter notes, that's going to sound pretty boring. It's not changing a whole lot. So then all I have to do add modifications, and especially with piano bits, just changing it from 8th to 16th or quarter to 8th, just speeding it up a little, just sounds really, it just makes it sound better. And generally what I like to do is keep every 2-bar section. It's gonna have a similar pattern up here. So keeping in that style, all you have to do is find different variations of the pattern that you want. And then what I like to do, I follow an A-B-A-C pattern. What that means is the first bar is A, this is going to be B. The second bar has the same rhythmic properties as A, so that's going to be another A, and then the fourth bar of the pattern is C, meaning that it's different from all three of the first bars. So then what you're going to do is just kind of play around. There we go, that sounds a lot better. And then you can copy that over and see how it sounds just as is without having to change anything, and then change it as so that having that G hit right with that F, it's not going to sound very good because they're side-by-side notes. So that's going to cause a lot of bad meshing between them. So you just have to change it up a little. And that B there, that B is not part of the scale. That was an accident. I'm just going to bring that right up to B again. Get rid of that. And let's throw a D on there, see how that sounds. I'm actually going to another thing you can do in Mixcraft, actually, just a quick thing, is if you only have the one kind of track in there, you just press this loop button, it'll automatically loop it. So you can just keep playing it through, and it'll keep on looping for you. There you go, so you got a simple melody there. And there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do to make this better. You can add chords in. So what a chord is, it's two notes that, or two or more notes, I guess, that sound harmonious when played together. So with C, you could go with a third, which is going to be two notes. It's like three notes up from it, a fifth and a seventh, and they're exactly what they sound like. 3, 5, and 7 from each other, and they're all going to sound good, depending on the scale, but generally 7ths and 5ths, they sound a lot like really major. They do sound good. And now with chords, what you can do, it's kind of cool, is you can use them to kind of transition between notes, so like the chord progression, so it won't go at the same pace, but it'll apply differently to different notes depending on how they sound. So like this. So that hit a quarter of a measure before the actual, sorry about that, the actual bar progressed, which will add a little bit more movement to the sound. which is nice. You want your piece to be always moving, always kind of different sounding, especially with human instruments like, say, piano, violin, all wind instruments and stuff. It sounds more natural and human if played like this, so you can just... and then add a little bit more movement. There we go. So just something like that, just something simple to get you started. And then what you're going to want to do is copy and paste some of the properties, I guess, of the previous pattern over. But of course, because the chord changes, you have to change with it. So what I generally do is I strike it on a 7th, move to a 5th to build tension. But that doesn't have to be these. You can do whatever you want, right? But just in this way it sounds kind of neat. It kind of builds there, and then you just go from that. Let's see how a 5th sounds. Then move up to the 7th just to transfer between chords, and then let's actually build in between this. See how that sounds. Do not like that. Okay, so that sounds cool. Let's see how it sounds just through like this. That is going to be, that's pretty basic on how to do it. Just make a simple melody. But if you want to make it more human sounding, and this is a big thing, you can just highlight everything. And this is only Mixcraft. You can do it in like Fruity Loops and all the other DAWs too. But this is just a Mixcraft way of doing it. All you do is you go into your media editing, and in your humanize, you can randomize by a certain percentage, which is good. You can either go by percentage or by specified range. I don't want anything below 110, because that just gets too quiet to hear. So instantly right off the bat, you can just hear this. It already sounds more human, just because of that randomized velocity. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment if you did enjoy it, maybe like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more like this, and yeah, have a great day, guys.